me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the believer.
Hello, hello, hello.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
That's right. We are right up against Christmas time coming around the corner.
I know, and you all can't see me, but I'm the coziest I've been since we've ever been podcasting.
Hold on. I think I need to take a picture because it's pretty cute. You are just cozy rosy. Love it.
Yeah, so when we put up our Christmas tree, we lose all space for our recliner, so it goes to the back room. And I am as snug as a bug in a rug.
Uh-huh.
I feel great. I feel like Kevin's going to have a real hard time getting his seat back.
Yeah. It'll just be funny when the Christmas tree is gone and there's like a big empty space and then this room that is so jam-packed with a recliner, fully reclined, and Aaron's sitting in it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it looks great. Oh, just every Monday I'll have to bring it in. Every time we record, I'll just drag the recliner in. It'll be fine.
Kevin will love it.
Yeah, it's great. He's already like, I'm losing thousands of dollars on my Bitmoji. What is that called? Bitcoin?
Yeah, I say Bitmoji every time and get yelled at.
Yeah, Kevin, I don't think we've ever talked about this on the pod. He's real invested, literally and figuratively, in the stupid scam.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jinx.
It's got to be a scam,
It's
right?
got to be a scam. It's so stupid.
I knew it was a scam before everybody else knew it was a scam.
Yeah, it's so loud. It's the loudest machine in our house. Like, it beats our air conditioning, our heater. It's so loud. It's so loud that every time we record, I make him turn it off, and he grumbles about it because of the, I don't know, 0.08 cents he's losing in the hour. It's ridiculous.
Fraction of a cent counts, Aaron.
Oh, so anyways, I'm already doing this. He's going to be like, now I got to move that recliner
every week. So I overindulged this weekend.
Okay.
I've got, like everybody else, December seems to be the packed month. It's like every weekend there's a party. So I just decided to come out of the gate in December. Like,
nice.
Here we go. We are going to go big, go hard, and then not be able to get out of bed until 3:00 the next afternoon. It was horrible. It was horrible. But it was fun while it lasted.
Good.
And so I've got a kind of a funny story about, I got invited to a colleague's annual Christmas party. And this is like a very formal attire. I didn't know what to expect. It's like, Is it going to be very classy? Are we talking like little hors d'oeuvres? What are we talking here? So I, dusted off the one formal cocktail dress that I wear anytime, which is not often, to a formal attire. Told James, you better go pick out your wedding shirt because that man has dressed up one time in his life, and it was when we got married. And even then.
And then it was like khakis and a white button up.
Which, by the way, and a belt from like I want to say Abercrombie and Fitch or something. It had like the holes all the way through the belt.
Yeah.
I don't think I had approved his belt, nor do I think that I realized I was marrying a man who owned a belt like that.
Like, are you talking about like the kind that's like got the metal holes?
The metal holes all the way through it. And it wasn't until I was walking down the aisle that I was like, you look like a 13-year-old girl.
What am I doing with my life?
Why am I marrying this man? But here we go. Yeah. Everybody's gathered in this one room, and I guess I'm going down this aisle, and we're doing this.
I mean, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I came very close, Aaron. I came very close. I don't think I've ever told him that, though. So nobody else tell him. Good grief. I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, especially a 13-year-old girl's feelings. They're so dramatic.
They're so emotional.
But anyway, so, I was like, find your white shirt from when we got married, and because that's the nicest shirt you own.
Yep.
And we're doing this, so we go out. So I, on the way there, I knew it was karaoke. So I knew there would be some singing karaoke.
Yeah.
So I told James, he's kind of my arm candy. And I'm like, you're going to have to sing your Louis Armstrong because he does an amazing, it's like a showstopper. It's the strangest thing in the world to see a white man sing and sound just like Louis Armstrong. I mean, just like him.
Yeah, it's good.
So he always gets a standing ovation because it is quite amazing. So I was telling him on the way out there, you're going to have to do that song for me. And he's like, oh, okay, I guess I will.
Yeah, twist his arm. He loves it.
I know, he does love it. So, but anyway, we get out there.
Hold on. The cone
of
dog.
shame.
Poor Ellie.
She had a little minor surgery and...
Not minor, girl. That was a big old one.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to let everybody know.
Oh, well, I mean, no, was good enough surgery. It was a big old surgery, and she's going to be in that for a little bit.
Bless
she
her
hates
heart.
it. For a dog who loves to nest so much, that's been the hardest part. She can't nest because she can't reach the blanket.
Bless her heart.
What are you talking about me?
What's going on?
So rude.
First of all, I have to wear this cone, and now you're talking about me on the podcast. I'm right here. Bless her heart. So long story short, I was priming him to keep it classy. Louis Armstrong, let's do this right. We get there, and really quickly I realized, we are all dressed up, but this is not at all a formal party. I realized this when the host got up there and sang Adam Sandler's At a Medium Pace. And if you haven't heard it,
no,
it is extremely dirty.
Oh.
Extremely dirty.
Ew, I wouldn't want to hear Adam Sandler sing anything dirty.
I mean, it's really funny. It's hilarious, but it's like, you're just like, oh my gosh. She's up there in a formal gown.
Oh my gosh.
Just as crass as could be. So, which was very funny. It was like a juxtaposition, right? Two things that shouldn't go together.
Right.
Were definitely there, and it was very comical. So I lean over to James and I'm like, hey, we're going to pivot really quickly here. This is not a Louis Armstrong audience. We're going to need you to bust out Tenacious D, Fuck Me Gently.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He was like, are you serious? In front of your colleagues? I said, are you not listening to these lyrics? That will be a showstopper. Absolutely. And he was like,
oh my gosh.
Okay. And then as soon as he got there, he looked at me one more time like, for real? I'm like, for real. Do it. And sure enough, she had never heard it, thank goodness. And so that was the best. She ran and was like getting everybody to come into the garage to listen to this karaoke. So anyway, long story short, we drank eggnog. Because we thought that would be a great idea. Yeah.
Oh,
one small glass is a great idea. Sipping on it and forgetting you're sipping on it all night long is just you're asking to die the next day.
Yeah.
Yuck. It was not good. And then I went and met Jack out for his annual Australian football. He plays Australian football. So all the guys were out for that. So I went out there to meet them and met one of their new players, Kitch, who is from Ireland.
Oh.
And his mother and his godmother were visiting.
Oh my gosh.
The most lovely Irish women. They invited me to come stay with them.
Okay.
I told them it was on my bucket list.
Can you invite your sister?
I can't remember, Aaron, by this point. I mean, it was like,
were they really there? Or were they just like figments of your imagination?
Could have definitely been figments of my imagination. But at this point, I can't remember. I really feel like I talked about the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
I'm sure I did. But we also talked a lot about politics and a lot about teaching. And I mean, they were the coolest people.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to Ireland.
Well, okay. But take me with you.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I mean, I think I mentioned my husband, but they won't remember. They were drunk too.
Yeah, it's fine. As long as you didn't mention it to him, it's fine.
No, I did not.
Perfect.
You're in.
Yes. Yeah. The next day, well, it was like late that night, Sunday night, or maybe even Monday. But Penelope said, Mom, was Aunt Maggie sick yesterday? And I was like, I don't think so. She goes, well, why did she keep needing that Sprite medicine? And I was like, oh no, because every 3 hours, you're like, I need another Sprite. And I'd be like, Penelope, go get Megan the Sprite.
I really did all day long. I mean, I could not move, Aaron.
Oh my gosh.
I threw up probably 5 or 6 times.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like, this is too much information, but it was like dry heaving, which is the worst.
Yeah.
Because you're like, so it was just Sprite. But then I was like, an hour later, I'm like, I can't do anything else.
Yeah, that's
horrible.
Not fun. That is
awful.
not fun. I was that sloppy last year at the Christmas party that is my favorite Christmas party.
Right. It's like every year, it's like we save it up all year long and it's like, go hard for Christmas.
Right. I went to that party again this year and I did not get that sloppy.
Good job.
I'm very proud of myself. I did get to clear up the embarrassing bitch story.
Yeah, you got to tell that.
Which I feel like I probably have not told on here because I was so anxious about it last year. So
that's a good one.
Now that it's a year past, I will tell the bitch story.
Nice.
So as you all probably know, I will cuss on the show when there's a word, and y'all have opened me up a little bit to it, and I can cuss a little bit more freely now.
Oh, whatever. You drop it all the time.
I do not. But I don't ever call somebody
the B word.
The B word.
Mm-hmm.
And
except for me.
Listen, it's true. This is actually even more embarrassing. I found out at this party this year that I was even more embarrassing than I remembered.
Oh, no.
So last year, every year I've gone to this party, which is a random party of girls.
Rebe goes.
Oh my gosh.
Rebe.
Can I just say real quick? Rebe looks like a 90s supermodel.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
I know. And I always think that. But when I see her in person, I can't stop staring at her.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
Oh my gosh.
When I look at her photographs, because I've only met her once in person, but when I look at her photos, I always think she looks like she should be in a band. Like Cranberries or...
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, like Cranberries is the right vibe. Like cool, kind of like...
So alternative.
Yeah, kind of badass.
Yeah. Oh, definitely badass.
She's hot. She's so hot.
She is hot. We do you, Rebe.
Yeah, I tell you what. I was like at that party. I was like, oh my gosh!
And she's local now.
So she bakes. She makes incredible food at that party.
Wow.
She made these little sugared cranberries.
Rebe.
And she told me how to make them. They're so good. I'm going to make them next time we do anything. They're delicious. Okay. Anyways, focus on the embarrassment. So every year I go to this party, which is random. I only knew one person to start, who was the host, and then I just go every year because she invites me every year, and I've now made friends. And I only see these friends usually once a year.
Right.
And there's this one girl. I'm going to say her name. I don't think she'll care. I won't say her last name. I don't even know her last name.
We're best friends.
Best friend. So my friend Molly, every year we gravitate towards each other. We spend the whole party together.
Nice.
I love her. She's one of the sweetest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
And every year we're like, we should hang out throughout the year. Why don't we ever do that?
Right.
And in my memory, the next day when I woke up last year, so hungover, I thought, boy, I had so much fun. And I got to see Molly. And I think I called her a bitch. I was like, why would I do that? And so all day I was like, I don't know why I would have called her a bitch. That's so weird and not like me. And I couldn't stop thinking about it to the point where I was like, I'm just going to send her a message. We exchanged numbers last year because I had taken a picture of us and she was like, will you send that to me? And I did. Or maybe it was the other way around. I think she took the picture because this is important. I'm like, okay, yeah. I knew there was a picture exchanged. So at like 4:00 when I can finally get up to pick up groceries, like
it's the
whatever.
worst.
It was so bad. I was sitting there thinking, in fact, it might have even been the next day, Sunday. And I thought, I just need to send a message and be like, hey girl, I had so much fun. Also, sorry for calling you a bitch. I don't know what that was about. And it immediately came back like this message cannot be delivered.
Oh gosh.
And
you got blocked.
And there was no picture anymore. I couldn't find her picture. And I was like, she has blocked me so thoroughly that it's erased our previous conversation.
Oh no.
And then I was mortified. And then I spent the whole week with like a stomach ache over it. I was so like, I can't believe I called the sweetest woman in Louisville a bitch. And now she's so mad at me. And so finally, a whole week later, I'm on my way to go to the work Christmas party. And I send the host a message saying, hey, I know this is weird, but could you please send a message to Molly and tell her I'm so sorry I called her a bitch. And also ask her if she's mad at me because I think she blocked me. And she's like, she did not block you. I'm like, I really think she blocked me. She's like, I do not think she blocked you. She's terrible at reading text. I don't think she blocked you. And I don't think she'd be mad. I'm like, Amber, she blocked me and I need you to do this. And she's like, okay. So she sends the message out. I don't hear anything until the next day. And then I get a message from Molly from the correct number of Molly because I had put her number in wrong in my drunken stupor. And she was like, girl, I am not mad at you, you bitch. We better hang out this year. So we didn't hang out all year, of course.
No. All year. I thought you said this year.
No. All year. We didn't hang out. We never do. So anyways, I saw her this year. I was like, Molly, I'm so embarrassed. And she was like, that's so funny. I would never be mad at you. She said, but the funny thing is, you said before you called me a bitch, I'm going to call you a bitch. Is that okay? I said, yes. I'm like, why did I do that? And she's like, I don't know.
You are the dorkiest.
So embarrassing.
Like, you're just there hanging out like, bitch, please. But before you can joke, look, I'm going to call you a bitch tonight. Probably several times.
I need your consent.
I need your consent. It's in a joking manner.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. But anyways, we hung out all night at this party again. We found out we have matching tattoos in the exact same place that we got the same year of our lives. Isn't that weird? Our little stars on our ankles. And I said, again, we need to hang out. She's like, I know. We always say it. We never do. And I said, what are you doing on March 12th? And I put it in my calendar. Dinner with Molly. We don't have a place
like, bitch, I can't make it.
I know, but hey, I thought that was such a genius idea. I'm like, let's just go and put it way out.
Yep. No pressure.
No pressure. It'll come up. It's like on a Tuesday.
Nice.
So, anyways.
Easy to wiggle out if you need to. You know.
Exactly. If we need to, we can, but I don't think we will.
That's awesome. Very fun. Oh, well,
that was
good.
my
I'm
weekend.
glad you cleared the air.
Me
I'm glad
too.
you weren't blocked. And I'm glad that you have consent to call her a bitch from now on.
Yeah, consent queen over here.
Yeah, really. You really follow those rules well, which are the best rules to follow.
Yeah,
really.
that's true. That's true. Go me.
Yes, good job.
Do
Oh, that's great.
you need another beer?
I don't think so.
Okay. You want me to pause it? Okay. Hello, welcome back. You didn't go anywhere.
I'm back. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. The title of this is He's Back.
Oh, weird.
Okay, here we go.
Not as weird as a dime, but it's still
No,
pretty weird.
That was pretty weird. Just kidding. It was not weird. It was a coincidence, Aaron. Okay, so not only is he back, she is back.
Oh.
The author, the lovely Miss Mindy.
Oh, Mindy, my missed best friend.
I know. Just, two ships passing in the night.
I know. If you don't know, Mindy and I lived in the same town, but I didn't know her. And now she listens to the podcast, and pretty sure we would have been best friends.
Yeah, everything about her you love. And if you don't know, then you haven't clearly listened to all of the episodes because every time.
What are you doing?
Every time Mindy writes, Aaron tells us that story. Okay, so here is Mindy, and the subject line is, he's back, and then in parentheses, I wish he would just fuck off.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have trouble cussing.
No, not at all. And neither do I, Mindy. Here we go. Y'all, I am writing to you in a state of shock. I just arrived home, took the dogs out to potty. I love the word potty. That was me. I said that, not her. She's like, took him out to potty. I love to potty. And came back in to start on some laundry. I grabbed the clean laundry I've been storing in the dryer to move clothes over and walked through our dining room, kitchen, living room, and finally to my bedroom to throw them in a pile to be folded. Well, I guess I shouldn't lie to you, but I love it. But a pile where they will sit until they're worn again. Amen to that.
Perfect.
Amen to that. I am so ridiculous. I will sort everybody's clothes, and that is kind of important because we're all in different rooms. But then I'm like fully intentional about, okay, I'm going to take these and go put them on a hanger. I'll get back there and I'm like, oh God, it's so much work. So I just fold them down. I've got new nightstands with big, deep drawers. I'll just stuff all mine down in there. And then I lay James's because you're a grown man. You can hang up your own clothes.
Yeah. We've been married for 16 years, I think. And last week I told Kevin, I think I'm done putting your clothes away. Like I'll fold them because I like folding, but I'm not putting them away anymore.
No, you're a grown man.
Yeah, I make my kids put their clothes away. Why am I putting yours away? And if I didn't like folding laundry, I know it's weird that I do, but I do like it. I wouldn't fold anybody's laundry at this point. I'm like, you all are old enough. You could do it, but I just find it relaxing. So I don't mind folding laundry, but I'm not putting any more away.
I don't mind sorting laundry, but we've talked about this. I'm very strange. I hang everything up.
Yeah, that is weird.
There's no folding. Everything except for like underwear gets hung up. I just like to hang up my clothes. I don't like to fold them. I came back through the living room and noticed that the kitchen light was off. Weird, because the light switch was still flipped up in an on position as I walked into the doorway of the kitchen. The light flashed and went dark again. I paused and it flashed again. I happened to look into our office to the right of the kitchen and saw a figure sitting in the desk chair.
What?
Get ready. Then the light came completely back on in our kitchen and the figure was gone. I turned the flashlight on my phone on and went through the office. No one was there. I went back through the kitchen and into the dining room to finish up moving the laundry and noticed the back door was open just a crack. Oh, thank you for that, Mindy.
Oh my gosh.
I know for a fact that I closed it all the way because I'm home alone and never leave my damn door open, especially if I'm alone.
Yeah.
What in the actual fuck? No, it wasn't a squatter, and no, there is no human person messing with me. Okay.
You handled that beautifully.
I just can't even help myself. Just when I think the spirit is gone, he does something else to scare and piss me off again. I have always had a feeling this is a male spirit and not a female. Men are the worst, even when they're dead. Am I right?
You're mostly right, except for Jared.
Yeah, we've
and
got
Kim.
a couple.
We got a couple. And Danny.
And David.
And David.
See, there's a handful out there.
And Robbie. We do have some good men, but But
Yes.
overall.
Oh, and our husbands.
Oh, yeah. They're fine. They're fine.
Sometimes, yeah, they're okay.
They're fine.
Love you bunches. Magnificent Mindy. I want to party with you. I want to party with you.
Aw.
Capital Y-O-U.
I want to party with you.
Oh, yeah. You and Mindy, you all do. You have inside jokes and everything.
I know. Saving Silverman's our favorite movie.
It's a great one. Oh. If you have not watched Saving Silverman, you are missing out. I wonder if it holds up.
I've watched it relatively recently. I don't know. There's a couple parts where you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
just a couple, but not many. Truly not many. I feel like overall it's pretty good. I killed a man once.
Nice.
You
Worth
did?
it.
Who? Oh gosh, it's just a great movie. That could be
really
our next
is.
podcast, just reliving Saving Silverman quotes.
Man, it is funny.
It's a great one.
We could do that for our funny, for like our lightheart went for Miss Detweiler's birthday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're gonna have 2 free movie nights. One will be a easy scary movie, and one will be
In honor of Miss Detweiler. Every year. I mean, it's kind of sweet. I kind of love the idea. Okay, so Mindy, the door was open, girl. I mean, how are you going to leave that wide open for me?
But she knows she shut it and locked it.
Yeah, you know who can pick locks? Robbers.
But she turned on the light and it was immediately gone.
Yeah.
And she lives out in the country. She's already said that. So there's nowhere for them to hide.
Yeah, like the trees out in the country. There's a lot of places out in the country to hide.
If she ran to the door.
Yeah, they could be hiding right around the corner of the house. I'm just saying, the door was ajar. That means something got into your house.
Oh, that's so scary.
Yep.
But
it is still terrifying.
Yeah, but I still think it was a ghost because it was just too fast.
Yeah. Okay, now Mindy, I'm sure you're healthy as a horse, but I could go like some sort of light strobe seizure type thing. Although I think like strobe lights cause seizures, not necessarily that you see them when you have a seizure.
Yeah.
But what if it was some sort of like moment that your brain was having, like with the light, nothing was really happening with lights. That was just your mind.
Yeah.
It was like an episode that you had. And then in that episode, you thought you saw a figure.
Okay, you could maybe try to convince her of that. And if that is the case, go see an optometrist immediately.
Yes.
But also, then the door wouldn't be ajar. And the door was ajar.
Oh, maybe she forgot to close it and thought she did.
But when people specifically
tell but people can specifically believe something that's not true.
And also, people can specifically be stubborn about things that are totally true and totally happen.
Yeah, some people can be.
Mm-hmm.
The door ajar just leaves too much of a possibility.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no.
For you, no. For me, yeah.
Yeah. Too many things have happened for Mindy that it's a ghost.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, Mindy. Maybe you got some out in the country, backwoods neighbors that you don't really know you have.
Okay, well, thank you, Mindy. We know the truth. We know it was that asshole ghost who keeps coming back.
And by we, she means her and the mouse in her pocket.
I mean, me and Mindy, my bestie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I am going to read. We kind of teased this a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
The other half of Brittany's story. That
Christmas edition.
I think it's a little Christmassy. So we have saved it all this time so we could read it tonight in preparation for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to read the last little paragraph that I've already read because I think it's important for the next part of the story.
Okay.
But in the previous story that I read, not the one you read, but the one I read a while back.
Okay.
She was hearing fairy music in her child's room.
Yep.
Okay, so. But there was one other reason I believed in fairy music, and it occurred a few years prior. When I was in college, my mom bought a new house in the heart of Cleveland's Detroit Shoreway neighborhood. It was a beautiful home, well maintained and updated, but in its past, there had been a fire. You could still see scorch marks on the attic's wooden ceiling beams.
Ooh.
I don't know many details about it, but if a fire reaches the attic of a house, it must have been pretty bad. Part of me wonders if maybe that fire and all the emotion or potential tragedy associated with it left the veil a bit thinner in that part of the house. When I would stay during college break, I slept in the guest room overlooking the backyard. While I never saw a ghost or experienced definite haunting activity, I always slept terribly in that room. constant sleep paralysis, and waking up terrified in the middle of the night. And this one is for Megan.
Okay, I'm here.
One summer, I was determined there were ghouls in the house. It sounded like something was tearing at the wall right behind my hand, just waiting to get its razor-sharp claws around my sleeping neck. Well, it was a squirrel in the walls. At least now I definitely know what an animal in the walls of your house sounds like. Heads up, it's loud. Okay, so that's the part we've read, but now I'm moving into the new part.
Okay, gotcha.
But moving on to the fairy part, I think I was home on winter break. Poor Mr. Wall Squirrel had been dispatched. I still think they could have used non-lethal traps. And the attic had been properly sealed up. The way that the room was situated meant that the sun rose right in the back window. I woke up fairly early every morning with the sun because it just blinded you through the useless paper shades my mom had in there. One morning, I woke up to the sound of music. Someone was singing very clearly in my room. This was certainly not a normal occurrence. I was home on break, and you better believe there wasn't an alarm within 100 yards of where I lay. At this point in the early 2000s, my cell was a free flip phone T-Mobile gave out. The alarm on the thing was nowhere near sophisticated enough to play vocal singing. Sun in my face and music in my ears, I looked up to the window. There, sitting on the windowsill, was a doll, my childhood Christmas fairy doll to be exact. It was the style of those cornhusk dolls with little curly bark that is dyed colors. In this case, red and green. Its wings were paper or something. Apparently, my mom really liked decorating with paper. I think it was supposed to be a Christmas angel, but little 10-year-old me called it for what it was, a damn Christmas fairy. More importantly, I believed it was a Christmas fairy. The doll was obviously fragile. I'm not sure exactly what happened to it, but I know it didn't survive the purge of my mom moving out of our childhood home. Understandably, I was surprised to see it sitting there on the windowsill, apparently using its little cornhusk vocal cords to serenade me. I distinctly remember blinking several times and thinking to myself, holy crap, no one is going to believe me. Cue Megan. The music was so soothing and beautiful. I just laid there, listening in wonder. Even though the sun was still blazing in full morning glory, the singing lulled me back to sleep. Of course, when I woke up, the doll was gone, but I remember the song so clearly I could hum the tune back to you. Now, I know the logical debunk is that I never actually woke up, but was in some sort of lucid dream state. And normally, I would agree. 100% that's it. If it wasn't the morning. And if the sun wasn't so bright that it woke me up every single day. Still, it's not impossible, so I believe rationally that I must have been in a dream state. That is, until many years later when I heard the same melody delicately playing from my infant son's baby monitor. And this time, my husband was there to witness it. This next story also takes place around Christmas, so maybe this is a good holiday episode. Well done, we're here. Gone are the singing fairies. In their place are diminutive creatures of a much creepier nature.
Wow, nothing says Christmas like that.
I was fairly young when this happened, so my memory of it is strange. Certain details are clear as day. The red light coming from the electric Christmas candle in my window, the sound of music and laughter as all the grown-ups partied downstairs, assured that us children were sound asleep. I know, right? Like we would fall asleep that easy on Christmas Eve while they whooped it up downstairs. Maybe it was my utter disgust at being made to lie awake miserably in my bed, listening to the party go on without me, that conjured up something less Christmas magic and more Nightmare Before Christmas. At some point, I noticed an odd shadow on the wall and traced it back to its source, the top of the closet door. The door was ajar, and sitting on top of it was a mean-looking creature resembling a garden gnome. Oh my gosh.
That's never good on top of your closet.
Right? Like a little gremlin.
Yeah.
Christmas, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, if that movie is playing anywhere, that's what we need to watch this week.
So good.
Oh, except this is in the past. We already watched that movie last week, and it was so
good. I cannot believe you all missed it.
Oh.
It's always next year.
Or an elf of the Christmas variety. It was not some weird shape that vaguely looked elf-like. It had a pointy hat. Its legs hung over the side of the door, and its old man face was staring up, scowling at me.
Who?
Yikes. This is like my childhood nightmare.
Right.
Now you might say, but Brittany, it was dark and you might have imagined it. Well, remember the red light? My whole room was bathed in the glow of 80s era electric illumination. That's a nice alliteration there.
It sure is.
I could read a book in that crimson glare. In fact, it was the shadow that the gnome cast off that I noticed first. It would have been cool if that dude was not absolutely terrifying.
Ugh.
I was too afraid to call out. I remember hiding under my covers, listening for what seemed like forever to all the adults boozing downstairs, while I, an innocent girl, was stalked by the elf on the shelf from hell
Oh, no.
in her bedroom. Also, might I add that this was years before the fad became a thing, and now you know why I was one of the last parents to hold out on it. Of course, my youngest caught wind of the little bastards. Thanks, teachers. No, hey. Don't blame us.
Right.
And now we have 5 vintage elves.
Oh my gosh.
don't
You
do
did that to
that.
yourself. You did that to yourself, Brittany.
That creep around our house in December. Which is actually funny because I told my kids this story, and you would think vintage elves would scare them too. Fast forward to about 3 or 4 years ago, I discovered this amazingly cool, very expensive company called the Mysterious Package Company.
Huh.
Sounds like a fun company.
I love a mysterious package.
I couldn't afford one of their curated mail experiences, though I still want one. So when I saw that they had their own Christmas cards aptly titled Dread Holidays, featuring dark and creepy Christmas legends around the world, I immediately ordered several packs.
Huh.
This is how I found out about the Yule Lads, an Icelandic tradition. They are creatures that look exactly like gnomes that cause mischief and steal things around Christmas.
What?
I looked at the cards' illustrations of the lads, and suddenly I was a little girl back in my room, seeing that night's malevolent stare coming back at me from the faces in the drawing. I don't think they make the cards anymore, but I was able to do a screenshot of them. The picture was pretty small, so the enlarged version isn't very clear, but you should get the idea. See bottom of document. Whether the night was just an overtired imagination or not, the very fact that these creatures exist in mythology is compelling, especially considering I would never hear of them until I was an adult. What I do take away from all these experiences goes back to the magic of belief. The power of thought is wild. Quantum mechanics even states that a particle exists because we can think of it. My gosh, look at Brittany. She's like, you can debunk all you want, but quantum mechanics.
No, I believe that is just, well, go ahead. Finish your email.
Which is some crazy chicken before the egg kind of thing. So scientifically, I do believe in the idea of a shared human consciousness made over centuries of memories and beliefs. I think during certain meditative moments or states of mind, we are able to tap into something that may not physically be there, but is no less real than what we can see and touch. Hoping you enjoyed my stories. I still thank the fairies for finding things for me in the house and leave out milk and honey sometimes in my yard. People like to think of paranormal events as being caused by a ghost or demon, but don't forget that for centuries, cultures all around the world believed in nature spirits of all shapes and sizes. They would laugh at us blaming it on a ghost. Leave it to the Christians to turn everything evil and demonic, LOL.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that because I'm still loosely Catholic. I like to think of myself as a pagan Catholic, and no, that is not Vatican approved. Fall and winter are the most magical times of the year for me, and I can't wait to see what else happens in my life that I can throw to you both to debate. Love you, Brittany.
Oh, Brittany. Man, you're good. If I read, I would read all your articles.
I know. She's just got such a beautiful way of saying everything.
Really does. Such a great author. I don't disagree with you, Brittany. Like, I feel like that's what I've been saying all along. I just am not as smart as you, Brittany.
You never brought up quantum mechanics.
No, I don't even know what it is. And I'm the first to say Brittany is clearly more intelligent than I am. But I have been saying that, the mind is so powerful, and what it can come up with and what it can convince you is real.
Yeah.
Is so powerful that's why I believe when people say they believe these things. Like, I'm not saying I think they're crazy. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying, no, I get she 100% believes that she saw a garden gnome in her closet that was demonic or evil or whatever. But I do believe that it was
a Yule lad.
A Yule lad. I do believe that it was her imagination that created that. And then it was kind of like everything about it, her brain spun it into this absolutely for real thing. Like, okay, So this is going to be really weird. Like Macy James, she's hilarious. She's funny. She's lovely. I'm not trying to down her in any way, but like tonight, she got this really evil look in her eye and was like laughing maniacally. And for like a split second, I thought if I went down this road of like, if I let my brain sit here and think like she is in some way demonic.
Yeah.
I could see how that could snowball into something. Do you know what I mean? Like my mind could paint this into like, you know, she's kind of out to get me, which kind of is out to get me, but but you know what I mean? Like you know how, I don't know, you've heard of those stories where people like start to believe this because they let their brain go there. So I feel like it's a conscious thing that sometimes you have to go, whoa, hold on. This is a 3-year-old little girl. She is a little wild, and she's having a moment where she is thinking some bizarre thought and she is letting herself go with that. But that doesn't mean I need to go with that. But I could see how that could like, I had to reel myself in for a minute. I'm like, okay, she is your daughter. She is Macy James. Chill out. Nothing to be afraid of here in this moment. But you know, those moments have happened to me over life where I've been like, hold on, check your brain.
What's that movie, The Omen? Like maybe you gave in a little too quick.
Oh, I know, for real.
So scary.
So the power of your mind. I agree, Brittany. I think that it is. I did not know that little nugget that you gave us about quantum physics. What was it about?
Quantum mechanics.
Yeah, that's incredible. But I believe it.
Yeah.
So, but I don't believe in ghosts. Like I still believe it's a manifestation of your own belief and your own brain.
Okay.
So if you have that belief, and I know she said like a share consciousness.
Yeah.
So I can see why there's like paranormal groups that band together.
Yeah.
I don't share that consciousness with you. I don't share that belief with you.
I hate to break it to you, but you're kind of in a paranormal group at this point.
Oh, because
you've
of this
made
podcast?
Yes, we've made our own paranormal group.
Yeah, well, you know, I am the antithesis. I'm like the opposite of you guys, but I'm still in here.
Well, I want you to grab your phone and look at the picture of the Yule lads.
Ooh, is it in my email?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. He's like sitting right up there on the fireplace.
Yeah, it's so weird. So
yeah, it's so weird. It's also so like leprechaun, gnome. You know, those things have been around forever. Why have they been around forever?
I love that you asked that. Maybe because before we believed in all the modern stuff, we believed in some magic because there was reason for it.
Because there was no science.
I just feel like if you ever go to Ireland to visit those lovely ladies and
they're
you
totally
say
on my side.
something there about fairies,
Mm-mm.
I don't care if those women are on your side. I think you're going to get cut.
Oh, well, they'll have my back. They're pretty tough ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Brittany, I hope you don't cut me.
If she hasn't already, I think you're good.
Yeah, right. But those were great stories. I love it. I loved the holiday theme weaved in and out. That was lovely. Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Okay, so in honor of December and consumerism. No, I'm just kidding.
True meaning of
the true
holiday.
Meaning of Christmas. No, in honor of gift giving.
Yes.
And being gracious and getting out there to love one another. I am doing fan favorites of the past who have things out there to sell. So, I mean, if this person is not just an OG true fan through and through.
Yeah, she's ready for a second shout out.
Yes, absolutely. Stephanie, who is in charge of our website, like created the website for us, has given us, gifted us little earrings that I am graciously, you're welcome, giving away to a...
They've been given away.
They've been given away by this point. Yeah, we don't know who because in real time, we're finding out tomorrow.
Yeah, we're a little ahead of the game. Can you believe it?
Look at us go. But we are giving those earrings away. Stephanie is extremely talented.
Oh my gosh, she does beautiful stuff.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, watercolors.
Her watercolor paintings are gorgeous.
They're gorgeous, and she does jewelry. She does like she does printmaking. She is just incredible, and she does like like a lot of cryptid things and a lot of like dark and kind of creepy, but like cute and creepy.
Right.
Just I love it. So if you would like to go check out all of her very unique artwork that you might want to gift to one of your loved ones or friends.
Right? I mean, you may have missed out on those earrings because only one winner.
That's right, but you could go and maybe order your own pair. You can find her shop on Etsy at TechnicolorTerror. So that's TechnicolorTerror, capital Terror.
Yeah, I love her stuff. So go check it out. Get yourself some of those earrings if you missed out on
That's
their giveaway.
right.
And, support a local artist.
Yep,
And hurry
absolutely.
because you're almost out of time.
Right?
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for writing your stories in. Thank you, Stephanie, for always being such a great fan. And if you would like to be, or at least try to be as cool as Stephanie, you can also join our Patreon. $3 a month gets you a card. It gets you a magnet and a sticker. It also gets you bonus content every week. And $5 a month gets you all that plus our movie night. Or you could support us on buymeacoffee.com. Just go to buymeacoffee.com and search My Skeptical Sister. And we should pop up and you can help us there if that's something you don't want to commit to monthly.
There you go.
But have a couple bucks to throw our way. We would really appreciate it. You can also support us by rating, reviewing, and subscribing and telling your friends about our podcast. That really helps. You can write your stories in at myskepticalsister@gmail.com, or you can go to our website at myskepticalsister.com. You can find out how to buy your own magnet and sticker. And what else?
Well, you get a new Christmas card if you're a Patreon.
Yes. Yeah. You got to be really quick if you want to get in on this year's Christmas card.
Come on, though.
I think what I might do is post last year's Christmas card this year. And then next year, just post it on our Facebook page.
Oh, there you go.
Be like, Merry Christmas. And then if you want to see
A new one.
this year's, you better join us quick.
That's right. By the way, Josephine got it. Josephine guessed what Jack and I were.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Good job, Josephine.
Way to go.
She's on my Christmas card mailing list for life now.
Oh, but for life.
Yeah,
That's
Might
impressive.
as well.
I was like, she got the card. I have not sent them out yet. That's so creepy.
She was the first one to see it. It was just in her mind's eye.
Then I was hoping you were like, she got what you wrote on the inside because it's not going to make sense to a lot of people. I wrote my little message in that Christmas card. Rue got it immediately. And she's like, I mean, if they like musicals, they'll get it. I'm like, yeah, I know it's pretty niche, but that's okay.
It comes from you.
Just DM me and I'll sing it for you. And then you'll be like, oh, got it.
Yeah. People will be lining up to do that.
Right. Okay. What were we even talking about? You can follow our socials on Facebook, on Instagram and TikTok, and you can love us forever. And that's all we ever need.
That's all we ever asked for.
All right. We love you guys. Thanks.
Vestu sight.
La 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 la.
I feel like you say underwear weird.
I said
Underwear.
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 Underwear. Underwear. Under there.
Underwear. Under there. Underwear.
Yeah.
Underwear? Am I saying weird?
Under. You just don't say the er.
I think it's because of this.
Oh, okay.
This weird right nostril thing I
Gotcha.
got going on. I'm just saying the dar jar.
The dar.
It's like my brain goes too fast for my mouth sometimes, or the other way around.
That's what she said. I don't know why, but that feels like a
Ew.
I don't know.
What's happening there?
I don't know.
I don't even know how to piece that one together in my mind. I don't want to spend too much time on it. got real dirty real fast in there. Let me skip on out of that little fantasy I had going on and just say,
She.
Hmm?
Oh, I had a bubble.
no, you just couldn't even get it out because that was it. I have weird things in my cleavage. What is that?
What kind of weird
I
things?
guess it was a piece of lime, but I was like, what is that? I forgot I was drinking a beer with a lime.
Also a little weird that you were just feeling yourself.
Well, I mean, because I was like, what? I feel like it's wet or something. Anyway, it's a lot of information. Now I just can't stop. There's little grains of salt. What's going on down there? It's been a day.
Oh my gosh. It's so weird that there hasn't been an uproar and people wondering why there was no fan favorite last week. Weird.
Aaron. What's really weird is that Hannah, who is our number one fan,
Yeah.
has
Our
not
number one
responded.
fana.
You're such a dork. Hannah, if you're listening to this, girl, check your DM. I'm sitting in there.
Yeah.
That was it. I don't know. Maybe put that in bloopers.
That's so weird. hate that the word pneumonia is spelled pneumonia.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Pterodactyl. That's so stupid.
Right?
We're starting like right at a but. So, but there was no other reason. Nope, that's not even right. But, stop.
Way to start off
Ooh,
strong.
I can make it so much bigger. Hold on.
Oh, that's the best. Occurred.
I couldn't stop thinking about it, and then I couldn't say it.
I couldn't stop. I had to do it, especially for Whitney.
Oh my gosh. The wall right
We read
behind.
this.
I know. I told you I was going to read that paragraph.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like you were just rereading the whole story. I did.
I got to talk about squirrels later on. I'm just.
Okay.
This part's a quickie.
Okay.
It's a
I'm
quickie.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I almost said only one winner there was. I don't know why I turned into Yoda there.
Just
Only one winner there was.
close your mouth there and just stop talking.
Okay.
We're so tired. We just have to push through. Okay.
Okay.